Hello there, welcome back to our achievement game as Venice. So, I can't actually remember what I did last time, but I don't think that should be too much of a problem. At least, what I do remember is that doing a little bit of changing here, in other words, getting ourselves a retinue was a very wise move, since it's allowed us to, well, take a lot of Italy, and we'll probably do take a little bit more of Italy, and the reason is simple. One of the achievement parts is to create a big trade republic. In other words, we need a total of 80 trade posts in the, well, republic. So that is going to be a little bit, to some extent, challenging, but I don't really think it will be too much of a problem. The other thing is, of course, that we need to upgrade our house to its maximum level. And we do have the money to do so right now, so all that we really need is time. And as I said, I think what we will be aiming for is take Italy, modern-day Italy, with Sicily and the island here, and keep that to ourselves. We do have a challenger here in the Grand Prince of the Byzantine Empire. We might have to take some of his other coastal provinces, so we do need to build up power, and that is kind of what why I am thinking that getting the how should I put this? That is why I'm thinking that getting Italy is going to be a very well smart thing to do here. We could go for Corsica here to claim it, but I think what we're going to do is seize cities, since basically we can do that. So we're going to seize the city of Pistoia. No idea if we can actually declare war on Modena here, but I would put my money on that. I can't. Yeah, I can't. We're going to do nope. Italy. Oh, nope, nope. So yeah, we'll have to pick our battles here, but for now we'll keep on causing to some extent trouble and try and build up ourselves up to Italy. So I'll fight the war here for the city of Pistoia, and I'm pretty sure it should be a victory. We'll see how it plays out. So it didn't actually take long before she gave up here, and I don't think my vassals can actually steal anything. I do doubt that, but just in case, we're going to decline that one and cause a little bit of extra damage here. I rule the most serene Republic of Venice, because apparently the guy that I was putting in wait there wasn't good enough himself. So we're going to hopefully completely destroy this army for this simple purpose that it should allow, well, hopefully, a vassal to cause some damage. We'll have to wait and see if that's actually the case or not, but I can always hope, I dare say. So, I'll actually gain the city myself. I'll probably hand it over to a relative. Don't really see any reason why I shouldn't. Or, do you know what? I'm probably not going to hand it over to a relative, because I need my, well, guys in the court in order to get a boost to my trade post limit. So, what we're going to do here is hand Pistoia over to probably random character, I think. Yeah, we're going to do that. I don't really need to focus on getting my dynasty prestige up right now. We can do that later. So we're going to play it careful and see what happens. So the Duke of Toulouse has decided that he wants to go to war. What we are going to do then is actually, well, take our opportunity here and seize Pisa itself. And of course we are going to take any opportunity we get to take land. We're also going to put our Taddeo here in charge of an army. Probably shouldn't. His family is already few in number, so doing that is potentially a bad move, but going to war here is probably a very good move, so can't say I care too much. The Trade Republic will be built sooner or later anyway, so it's not like it doesn't really matter. Apparently we'll have to march over to Toulouse itself proper in order to do a little bit more sieging, unfortunately, but we can live with that. We might try to go after Aquitaine itself too, since they do have a revolt, and that might actually work out fairly well for us. We'll have to wait and see. My nephew got a son. That's actually quite good. It means that we can potentially get some more trade posts. That's basically what I value my male, well, family members as. We'll be doing a lot of sieging and see if we can get this before the revolts end. And I also got an extra 100 gold here. Doesn't really need it, but I did forget to do an upgrade to my house here. So we're going to, well, try and get everything done before too long passes. We'll see how it goes. So we did actually gain the city of Pisa, not Pisa. I kind of ignored that there was actually a person there. I didn't actually see it, to be perfectly honest, which is also kind of weird, I guess I could say, but not really much I can do about that. Apparently I have truces with everyone right now, so not really too much we can do. I could go off to Savoy, but I don't really think I have the Casus Belli. No, I don't. So what I think I need here is to try and find people who are claimants to duchies, and try and... This request would be denied. So I can actually claim titles. Are you kidding me? That is something new. I did not realize. So the Pope can actually be used there, first of all, to claim titles, but secondly, if you want to, you can basically use him as your own personal bank, which is hilariously well overpowered to some degree. You are going to lose your Urbino here. We're going to use the Duchess of Spoleto to get it. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do is probably not, how should I put this, record a lot of stuff. We're just going to allow upgrades to be happening. Going to some degree, just allow time to pass. That's probably a good way of putting it. I'm going to allow time to pass and try to get the buildings done. We'll also, of course, be trying to take Italy, but unless there's some big wars, we're not going to do much. As you can see there, there's a problem with when you have actually a trade post in a county that someone hates actually owns. You need to have either high stewardship, high diplomacy, or potentially you might actually have to bribe them to keep the trade post. So they can be expensive if you have very poor people governing. But in this case, we solved this very nicely. So yeah, I'm going to keep on doing this. We're going to try and take Italy, then build a fairly alright retinue, and then we're going to try and weaken the Byzantines. I want to probably try and take this. I don't want to destroy the Byzantine Empire. I need to be able to get to title later. Might actually allow them to keep some land somewhere, but hopefully they'll be strong enough so I can actually claim the title later and make something out of that. I can't actually remote the title and I can't actually claim it, so I'll actually have to either usurp or get elected, I think, and that can't actually happen as a republic. It's going to be hard to actually will them down, but we'll see what happens. We might go feudal and then do it, but for now we're going to play it a little bit more careful. We'll see what happens. So, I have died here. Serindog Alemanno has passed over to heaven at age 72, died a natural death. Long live Serindog Ranieri, and I also earned actually 800 ducats on that, so potentially this is a good way to, well, earn cash as it looks like. We're going to stop time. We're going to set our affairs in over. I'm going to set Chancellor. I'm going to get my sure that I actually get a title and so forth. I think I can allow Gilberto here to take charge. Look at the amount of cash. So yeah, that is definitely going to work in my advantage here, to just allow that guy to be my heir. He's the oldest. He does have the advantage, I think, in terms of the wow, he actually has quite a little less respect here, so I'll have to invest a lot of money. But considering that I just got 800 from my my previous Doge's death, well, probably just 400, but doesn't really matter. We have the funds to make sure that he gets the title. So we'll just go ahead and invest in that. The only thing we'll invest in either is mostly just the house, so I don't really see it being too big of a problem per se doing this. We're also, of course, going to upgrade our council to the best people we can have, except, of course, if they are in battle. And we're going to still kiss up to the Pope, get cash, get claims to titles, everything we can ever dream of. And hopefully this will help or work out in our advantage, as you might also say. So, as you can see, all our affairs are in order. We'll hold a grand tournament. And other than that, I don't really think we will... I could buy indulgences, and we'll do that, because potentially that'll actually make the Pope like me, I believe. So, no one wants actually these kids. No one wants them. Well, someone wants him, so that's good. We're going to do a tournament, and then we'll see if we can actually ask the Pope to get a claim to, let's say, Burgundy here, or the Provence Duchy. We'll see if we can actually pull that off. Of course, the fact that I now just died means that we have a lot of warring to do. We're going to seize Lucca, we're going to take a lot of land. I'm going to fight everyone, really. So we're going to fight these guys, we're going to fight Italy. We are going to seize the city of Bari. Down there, we're going to we're probably going to leave Aquitaine alone, to be perfectly honest. But Burgundy, on the other hand, is definitely going to be targeted. So we're going to fight Tuscany, then we're going to fight Burgundy, then probably Italy. And if we want to afterwards, we'll go after well, Aquitaine. We'll see what we decide on. I can also upgrade it to military organization, and of course we are going to do that. The reason is simple. Bigger retinue means that I'll have a bigger chance as well, killing off everyone. 2,500 extra men. That is great. So let us just get those over to the mainland. Join them up with, well, the main army. And I think that is definitely what will allow us to take Italy for ourselves. of course, I might also try to use the Pope to my advantage by simply claiming duchy, but it would be denied. I have no idea how much he would actually have to like me. Probably a lot more. Or it might be that he has to hate the current holder, something like that. This request would be denied. If I go after Provence, how does request would be denied? If I try and claim the... Okay, kingdom level I can't actually do this, but duchy level I can. Claim, nope. So basically they have to hate the Pope, or the Pope has to hate them, it looks like, which is a little bit annoying, but not really too much we can do with that right now. And apparently my 4 men here is, or 5 men is actually defeating a 70-man army. How ridiculous that might actually sound. I'm going to join this army up with the other. We're going to take the city here, and then we're going after Nice. We'll see how, or Nice. We'll see how that goes. But I'm pretty sure it's Nice. We'll see. So I opted to declare war in Italy, and this could potentially come back and bite me in the arse. And the reason is simple. Aquitaine join in. Aquitaine has a, well, rather large army, I would presume. So let's see how many, per se. 12,000. There'll probably be more. My retinue army's current size is 9,000 when it's, well, fully built. And that is when it's, as I said, fully built, which puts us in an awkward spot. Because, as you might imagine, right now, it's not fully built, and that could very well become a problem. So, what we are going to do is just go down to the city, siege them, and then we'll fight up north when we're forced to. We'll see how that plan actually works out. Probably not too great. Luckily enough, the sieging down here was actually enough to make this guy actually give up, which is, well, great, of course. We're going to go ahead and hold the Grand Tournament. The reason why I want to kill this guy is because he's currently heir to Cremona. And, of course, I don't really want to, well, lose Cremona. It's one of my counties here, I believe this one. And, to make matters worse, he's a part of the Byzantine Empire. So I really don't want to lose it to them. Provence is actually at war here, and the request will still be denied, unfortunately. That means that I can at least fight for the city here, so I'm going to go ahead and do just that. We're going to declare war for the city, if we get there in time, that is. And we're going to try and run the tournament on, well, the way of walking there. I really need a pop-up once everything here is done, but I guess it's fine. We'll have 4 things left to build after the horse, or the riding grounds are done. Or horse breeder tree, whatever you want to call it. We'll see how it all works out. So, I still haven't actually been able to hold my tournament, but something a little bit more interesting has happened. As you can see, the Umayyads here have formed Hispania, which means that I could potentially get a very large blob in the west, I could get 2 large blobs in the east, and I could be caught in the middle. Hungary failed to actually be created at all. Bulgaria ended up with a major, well, advantage. Norway, Sweden, Finland, Denmark still fighting. Not really too surprised there. Scotland and England, however, are forming like, well, as you would expect, Jorvik still holding a little bit of land here, but in Ireland, everyone has been tossed out. So, it's going to be interesting how this actually continues. It seems like the Norse rulers will all disappear. The Central Europe is still a mess. That is true. I'm still trying to kill my old guy here. And other than that, we are now going to go one Aquitaine for Treviso. So, we have plenty of targets, and let us just get right onto it. I could actually claim Poitou here, but I don't really want it too far away for me to actually use it to any good way at all. So we're going after Treviso instead. We'll go after Aquileia and Crane probably also. But for now, we're taking out Treviso first, and it shouldn't be too much of a war, really. It went fairly well last time. The Aquitaine didn't actually show up at all. So let's see if I can pull the same shenanigans another time. Or this time too. We'll see how it goes. So I did find an army here, which actually turned out to be quite disappointing. First victory here. I lost 700 men. They lost 4,400. I had 1,000 men more. Second battle. 15 men versus 1,350. So yeah, war is won. The county of Verona has been taken, and I don't actually think there's anyone else that can attack here, except for this guy. So we're going to do the counterclaims on Genoa, just get them out of the way, and once they are out of the way, so to speak, I believe we'll finally be able to pull that, what is it called, tournament. So we'll see how it goes. I ended up divorcing my wife simply because of the fact that she was old. I'm very tempted to marry the Countess Ulm here. She's smart. And other than that, it's also very tempting to go for Duchess of Swabia and Saxony, but let's face it, the only thing here would actually be the Duchess of Swabia, and the reason is simple, it's close. Swabia is here. But even so, it's kind of far away. Just taking Ulm is fair enough, and it's potentially of getting geniuses into the family, and I'm going to go for that. It works fairly alright, hopefully. If I get a couple of kids with genius trait, then we can definitely start making a fairly good family. But I've taken everything I can right now with my new dog. We might have to try and challenge the Byzantine Empire pretty soon. But for the time being, we are fairly content. Also start to build a lot of things in the house. We're getting closer on that regard. We have finished, well, 6 of the 10 categories, which is good. When it comes to trade posts, we're still having a little bit of problem here. We have 17, we have 20, 30, 39. We're almost halfway there, so it's going to be a little bit annoying to get those last ones, but we'll continue next time and see if we can get any closer. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you around next time. Feel free to comment comments, praise, criticism, anything you feel like. Bye.